Hey guys, it's Aurora. So, if you come looking at my last post from about earthlings.com, from the law of attraction perspective, you might think that feeling miserable from watching that movie is not a place you want to go. And that's totally, your own choice to make. But I want to stress the importance of contrast and knowing what you don't want so that you know what you do want. Because I know, at least for me, when I know what I don't want before I know what I do want. I get very clear on, I don't want that, before I understand what it is that I do want, usually. And that's part of, like, the contrast, is having that available to you so that you can get it. Because once you know what you don't want, then you have the rockets of desire that go into your holding tank, and that moves you towards what you do want. But you need the experience of the contrast in order to have your rockets of desire work for you. Because it always comes from a gut feeling, not a mental feeling. So if I go back and I think, okay, so I've always been for animals. I've always known that there's been animal cruelty, but I rarely had things come into my life that really motivated me on a gut level to change something. I was a vegetarian, and that's huge, but I think putting out this video was even more huge because of the gut reaction that I had to watching that film, which is more important because I've affected more people and thus creating a bigger change. It's not just myself, but for others, if that makes sense. So part of the law of attraction says you want to move into places that make you feel good and not move towards places that make you feel bad, and like attracts like. So if you're putting your energy towards something that makes you feel bad, then you're going to continue feeling bad. However, I want to say this too. Part of knowing, part of getting towards to your core, of getting the things that you want, is being open to all experiences and not ignoring things or pigeonholing things that you don't want to experience. Because you have to have a full plate in order for you to have the contrast to know what it is that you want to move to, I believe. And part of that is embracing what is deemed negative. So if looking at this film was horrible, absolutely horrible, but I also recognize that feeling that way, there's benefits to feeling that way, and I'm going to focus on the benefits of feeling that way instead of the negative aspects of feeling that way. Because when I feel that way, then I feel more powerful, and I know that when I have a gut reaction to something, I am more effective. I also know that if I can learn to love my anger and my sadness and not run away from it, then I become a stronger human being, and I'm able to change things more, and I'm able to get the things in my life that I want because of the contrast. And if you can love your anger, it doesn't take hold of you. You can actually experience it and let it pass instead of hang on to it. Those are my thoughts. I'm curious to know how you experience things and what your process is, because it's good to know what each other's processes are.